Hi everyone, it's Lisa and welcome to Make It Monday. Today is week 18 in my series on dynamic duos, where I am going to teach you two projects using the same product. Today I'm focusing on the Beautiful Wings die. This Sizzix die includes 4 different size butterflies. The two here are actually half-size butterflies, which I'll show you how to use in just a minute. But I've encompassed most of the sizes into this project here, which is an adorable paperclip favor. Now, let me tell you what it could be used for. It can be clipped on easily to a gift bag. It can be used as a place card if it was this way, so you would turn the butterfly and hold a name for a place card setting. It can also be used by putting a magnet on the back. This is a fancy one, but you can do all different kinds of designs with different dies and different punches. Now let me show you how I created this. Like I mentioned to you, the die has 4 different butterflies, and 2 of them are rather large, so they did not fit on the die template. So they are actually used on the crease. Let me explain. These 2 images that are here are going to require a piece of paper that is folded. Now here's a tip for your dies. When you go to cut the cardstock the first time you use your dies, I make a note of the size paper I will need for each specific image. This way I'm not remeasuring every time I need to die cut one. So we're going to work with a small folded butterfly, and you can see my paper needs to be cut 2 by 4, and that's what I've done. The small butterfly is here. Here's my paper, and I fold it in half. Now I'm going to bring back this template in so that you can see this, but you can see that the die actually ends right here. That's where the crease of your cardstock needs to fall. Then you're going to run it through the Big Shot. So this is what I have. So you can see that the butterfly is not completely cut out because of the crease, so all you're going to do is use your paper snips and just finish cutting it out. So that gives you an additional size. Now there is another larger one on the template as well. Remember I showed you this one, and it's cut the exact same way. Now let me show you how I put the pieces together for this project. I've cut 4 different size butterflies from that same die. These 2 are the larger one. This was the one that was folded, and 2 from the smaller butterfly. I actually ran the gold foil paper through the polka dot embossing folder just to give it some texture, and then I proceeded to layer these with glue dots. I prefer to use my paper piercing tool because I find I can be a little bit more accurate with the placement of my glue dots. So here's the first layer. Now I know you can see the glue dot here, so don't worry, I'm going to show you what we're going to do about that in just a minute. So now all my layers are together, and then I needed a little something in the center to create a body. And that's where I use the sequin trim. Now I cut off a little more than I was going to need. Use my paper snips for this. I just kind of got right in between there. This end here, I'm going to pull a couple of these off to reveal some of the thread that actually holds the sequins together. And by separating them, I'll have 2 strands on each side, which will represent the antennas. Then I simply added glue dots to the center to hold it on. Then all I did was I took out a clothespin. I added a strip of washi tape to it. Now you can either wrap the sides like I've done this one, or any excess, I just used my scissors and gave it a little trim. And then use glue dots to attach the butterfly to the top of the paper clip. It's pretty, huh? But let me show you the duo. It's basically the exact same thing, but just the smaller size. And this time I've used the small metallic clothespins. Now I only have a few left, but they do come in silver and gold. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you exactly how to use this one on the video because the project is too big for me to get into the screen. But if you recall, I have an occasions tree in my home, and every month I change it to coincide with the holiday or a season. So for May, I decided to celebrate with May flowers and butterflies. This is not the exact color for my tree. I'm going to be using yellows and whites, but this is exactly how I created it. Same dye process as the large one, same sequence, but this time just using the mini metallic clothespins on the back with a glue dot. And this will very conveniently clip onto the branch of my tree. Another great thing for this is consider maybe instead of the clothespins, a pin back. So those are today's dynamic duos, and I look forward to seeing you next week for Make It Monday.